Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now I have a small shopping haul for you today. I needed to go off and get some groceries. We've got various things in the cupboard. I've had a lot of toing and froing going on this summer with my children coming back and forth to visit and stuff. So we've had various little top-up shops and they've bought stuff or bits and pieces and so I've got sort of a mishmash of stuff left in the cupboards, and I just wanted a few things to go with stuff to use it up basically. We've also had a little issue with transport, shall we say. So I just went to my local co-op because that's where I could get to, and did a small shop. Now the co-op is renowned for being really expensive, so because of that I stuck very rigidly to my list and just got what I needed, and I got things to go with stuff I've already got, and so that actually probably saved me money, because if I'd gone to a bigger shop I think I would have just bought more things, quite honestly, and spent more money. So even though the co-op was very expensive, I spent less. I found this years ago, good few years ago, when my children were young. The local shop was like a Mace shop. That was the brand of stuff, Mace, and they delivered. They did home deliveries. Then back in the day, before home deliveries, you would ring them up on the telephone and give them your shopping lists, and they would write it down, and you tell them shopping list, they'd write it down, and then they would put up your shopping and deliver it to you, and you would go in once a month and pay your bill. That's what they did that for years and years and years. I think the shopkeeper and the son, I think it was about 100 years or something. It had started off as just a little grocer's shop, and it had grown, and then they became affiliated with the Mace brand, or whatever you call it. So, but that was renowned for being really expensive. It was quite pricey. However, I didn't drive at that point, didn't have a vehicle, had young children, and it was a lifesaver because this was before the internet and home delivery. But I used to find that it did actually save me money, because I would write my list, I would ring up, and what was on my list was what they delivered. There was no impulse buying or buying extra stuff, and because I used to put the meals together, and even though the shop was more expensive than any other shop, it actually saved me money because I was only getting what I actually needed. So so that sort of happened a bit today, and I spent £25.61. However, I have written the prices on the items because it said I've got a co-op card, members cards, these things, loyalty card thing, and it said I saved 98p. I don't know if that 98p is before or after the £25.61. So if it adds up wrong, that's what it is. It's because somewhere along that it might have taken 98p off. I haven't bothered to do the maths. I've got things to do. So I'm going to show you what I've got and tell you a little bit why I've got them and what they're going with to make up meals for the week. I only need to do, I think it's about 5 days of meals this week, because we're trying to use up all this stuff, and then I am going to go off for a bigger shop on my main day off next week. So first things first, after all that big spiel, I did buy something that wasn't 100% a necessity, but I did buy this peach sparkling water for 55p. I had to wait for a lift, and I was going to take a drink with me, and then I didn't, with rushing about. So 55p, I did buy myself a bit of a drink because and I thought that, well, I'll take that to work tomorrow, so I'll use that. They also didn't have any squash that I wanted in there, because it's only seems to get deliveries in a couple of times a week. Sometimes when you shop, our local co-op seems to have quite a few empty shelves, so I couldn't get any squash, so I just bought that. Okay, first things first, we have got plenty of breakfast things. I have got oats left, and I've got frozen fruit left for myself. And so I do like an overnight oats thing, like porridge. My husband has got cornflakes left, and he's got soy milk left. So breakfast is sorted. So I've got some things for some evening meals, and I've got things for lunches. So the first thing I've got is I've got a tin of tomatoes, 47p. I've got a tin of chickpeas in the cupboard. I've got some frozen peppers in the freezer. I'm going to make a curry. I've also got curry powder. In amongst the shopping as well, you'll see I've got some onions, and I've got some tomato puree. So I'm just going to knock up a chickpea curry for myself one night. So I've got a tin of tomatoes for that. I did get some Ritz crackers for £1. We've got some cheese in the fridge. I thought that would be a snack for the week for my husband. I've got some hummus here. They were £1.55 each. So I've got 2 of those. My husband has got plenty of wraps left. He's going to have salad wraps for lunches for some of the days. So I've got him the 2 hummuses. He's got wraps in the cupboard. I got him some tomatoes. They were 99p. And I'll try and do it some sort of order here actually, because otherwise we're going to be fizzing about. I got him an iceberg lettuce, that was 95p. And we've got mango chutney and salad cream still in the fridge, so he's got that. So, and we've got wraps in the cupboard, so that's for some of his lunches. His other lunches, we've got some eggs left in the fridge, we've got some butter left in the fridge. I got him a loaf of bread. This is probably one of the most expensive loaves of bread I've ever bought in my life. This was £1.90 or £1.95. I can't see where I've written it now. Something along those lines. But it was nearly £2 for a loaf of bread. But it's the seeded bread. He really, really likes this bread. He likes seeded bread. So I got that for him because I'm just so nice. So I got him that. So he's got the egg on toast for lunches, and he's got the salad wraps to use up the eggs, the wraps and all that jazz. For my lunches I have got, I've also got him some peppers. That's another thing. They were, I did buy some peppers, 65p each. For 2 red peppers, that's to go with his salad wraps. So that's his lunches. My lunches, I'm going to be having, I've got some lettuce left, some romaine lettuce left in the fridge, and I've just bought a cucumber as well. This cucumber was 89p. So I'm going to be having a bit of salad, and I'm going to have some mushrooms with that as well. It was £1.30. So I'll be doing this sort of salad and mushroom combo along with leftovers. The things I'm going to be making for my evening meals, I keep a bit back and have for my lunch the next day. So it looks like a big portion, but it does 2 meals. So that is what I've got for my lunches, as I'm using up, I say, bits of salad and yeah, some leftovers. So that's what I'm going to be having. My husband has got plenty of pasta in his cupboard, and pasta sauce. He's also got curry sauce, so I got him 2 of these basmati rices. They're 65p. So that will be 2 of his evening meals. And a little bit squished. I got him this pizza, £1.10, just a basic pizza. So if he needs something quick, he can just pop that in the oven all night. And he's also got jack potatoes in the freezer and fridge, whatever it is, and we've got a tin of beans in the cupboard, and we've got some cheese left. So he has got plenty of things to get through. As I say, we're using things up, so that's what he's having. I'm doing the curry one night. I've also got another tin of tomatoes, 47p, and I've got a tin of red kidney beans. These were 65p. And I've got some tomato puree, which I don't know how much this is. Hang on a minute, I will find out. I've got the receipt down here, see if I can see it. Tomato puree, this was 78p. 78p, and some of that will be for the chilli and a little bit in the curry to thicken that up. So I'm basically making a chilli, I'm making a curry. I've got frozen peppers in the freezer. I've also got some onions. These are red onions. These were £1.15 to put in there. I've got a tin of tomatoes. I'm going to make chilli, curry. That's going to be 1 evening meal and 1 lunch. So that will do 4 meals. I'm on a late shift one night as well, so I'll have that as my main lunch, and then I'll just take a bit of salad or something for my break at work. I've also got a carrot. This was 6p. This is to grate on my salad. I've got some potatoes left, new potatoes left in my fridge, a bit of broccoli and a bit of cauliflower. I'll be having that with gravy one night to use that up as well. I've also got a tin of sweet corn, which I will bung in probably the chilli as well one night. So that is using more stuff up and making the meals a bit more filling. So that is all the meals we've got for the next sort of 5 days. I didn't forget the dog. I bought her some very expensive dog treats, £1.40 for dog treats. There was not a lot of choice there. This was the cheapest one there. So I hope she likes these. I think she has had these before. Flavoured with chicken, beef and lamb, but couldn't forget her, could I? She'd soon let me know if I did. And then I needed a couple of cleaning products. I did and ah whether to wait, but then I thought, oh no, I could do, it's going to be, you know, a week before I go off. So I got some anti-bac wipes. These are £1.45, so I really needed some of those. And I bought this Dettol multi-surface antibacterial cleaner. It was £2.90, but it's the actual Dettol brand, and it is a huge bottle. It's 750 mils. That is going to last quite a long time. So I needed to get that. So I got that as well. And then I've got toilet roll in the house. I did and ah about getting toilet roll, but I was trying to be really strict with myself and only buy what I actually really needed. I am going to go off, and next week I want to do a big shop to stock my cupboards up for the autumn, and I want to start getting some more food from my prepper pantry. But I won't be able to go off because I need to get a lift for a little while, so until next week. So I bought a kitchen roll, £1.85. Very large kitchen roll, actually, longer than the average kitchen roll maybe. It's actually quite strong. I've bought this one before and it's quite good. So though it's a bit pricier, you actually only need like one sheet. It's quite thick. So, and that was it. That was what I've got. Sorry it was a bit higgledy-piggledy. I hope you made sense of that. But basically it's just got stuff to go with stuff I've already got. And yeah, I think I actually saved money, because I was sort of wondering how much I'd spend, and I thought, well, you know, £25 isn't bad, and that is, I say in 4 or 5 days it might even be a little bit extra, so we'll see. So there we are. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Until next time, just buy what you need and stay frugal.